They didn't expect this to happen. Deep in the heart of Chicago, another evening service full of worship and praise, but right before the pastor come out the pulpit, the doors in the back of the church swing open. Silence. You can hear a pin drop because a stranger entered in that no one had seen before. He paced back and forth in the back of the church, murmuring under his breath. It was so disruptive that the atmosphere changed, to even a young lady turned to her boyfriend and said, "They need to cast a demon out that boy." The pastor observed everything that was going on, and he heard what the young lady said out loud in the back of the church. So he slowly approached the young man. Then he stopped in front of him, and with a peaceful resolve, he said, "Son, when's the last time you had something to eat?" The young man stopped pacing back and forth. As he looked up at the pastor, shocked that somebody was actually concerned for his welfare, he found just enough strength to utter these three words. 2 days ago. The pastor turned to the congregation and said, "Let's get this young man something to eat. Ministers, come show him some love and some resources that can help him out while he's here with us." He's not possessed. He's just perplexed. The young lady who blurted out, "They need to cast a demon out that boy," suddenly sunk her head down in embarrassment, simply because she couldn't tell the difference between someone who needs divine intervention as opposed to someone who might just need a sandwich and some discernment. Family, that's what it means to be anchored. Many of us are not psychologists or therapists, but how can people in our community, in our churches, and even in our homes get to clinical assistance if we're not equipped, in this case like the pastor was, on the ground level to be able to tell the difference between someone who needs supernatural intervention or someone who simply needs practical support to deal with survival mode or learned helplessness that may be preventing them from a proper diet. We need to know the symptoms, the language to speak so that we're not pushing people away, the resources that they need because they may not be able to get to a therapist in the next 24, 48 hours or even a week. But do we have enough training to keep that person and even ourselves safe until they're able to get to an actual doctor or clinicians? Family, that's what it means to be anchored, to be equipped. The practice of renewing your mind so that we move beyond the appearance of what's relevant to violence prevention, youth development, and of course reentry, but to be anchored in root causes and taking the initial steps to be frontline change agents in mental health. Let's come together and get anchored.